Welcome in everybody to another edition of NXT on Tap. I am Scalz, joined by Phil and Jax. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fucking good. I'm doing pretty good. A little chilly, but doing pretty good.
Damn, chat's
Doing pretty
popping off already tonight.
Yeah, doing pretty solid tonight as well. Let's get into it.
We got Will and Tommy fighting over here for who was first. Looks like Will beat him out. Tommy getting
Will won
pissed off,
tonight.
and then Will laughing it off. Love it.
Good old Will.
So tonight, what a show! Top
Absolutely.
from start to finish. Oh man, what a great episode!
Hey, Tommy.
I have some inside knowledge about something for once.
Ooh,
Oh,
The
Give it to us.
gentleman in the breakout tournament with the dreadlocks. I forgot his name.
Keanu Carver.
Yes.
the one who
Six-
lost.
Yes. 6 months ago was patting people down at an NXT live show. Just throwing that out there.
They always do that. They always have people play security guards and everything else. So
Well, Jax, you say
I
you
got
have
to meet
inside knowledge there. I got inside knowledge on the guy on the opposite side of that ring.
Who was that? The dude from Chase U?
Yeah, Riley Osborne. He's dating Blair Davenport right now.
Oh, good lucky man.
Look at Sean. Here's Sean.
Is it time for Jax's rant for Sean?
It's Sean. Best episode ever.
Sean, if you watch more than one, you can only say that when you watch a month of NXT consecutively.
I mean, to be fair, he is on the West Coast, so I don't believe it is live when it is live for us.
Oh, he
So,
found it tonight, I bet.
I'm
bet
sure he did.
$100 he found that bitch tonight live. So there ain't no excuses for him anymore.
Phil, I think this message is for you.
Yeah, Phil, cage match. Rumble weekend, baby. We're making it happen.
All right. Hey, look, I said, maybe it's about time. So you know what? Let's make it official.
Oh, so you want on the app for you, it's live at 6 p.m., 5 p.m. your time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how it works over there because I am an Easter boy. So,
Come in the center.
he answered Will. He said yes. So that's funny because Will asked how many times, not if you did. All right, so let's get into this episode from tonight. What were your key takeaways from this one?
My key takeaways from this one is Dragon Lee's run with that NXT North American Championship is about to be fucking fire.
Okay, Phil?
Looking at tonight was I would say very solid run for NXT. I like what they tried to do to make it look like Carmelo suffered the same thing that Trick did, only to find out what happens at the end of the night. But I would say as far as that, few interesting things that happened. I mean, Cora Jade's return was great, and you know what? Yeah, I'll say what I say when we get to the parts we get to.
So Will says Dragon Lee is the guy.
Yeah.
Sean says the mellow stuff is getting good as fuck.
Yeah.
My takeaway from tonight was that you're gonna like this whole mellow thing. It's gonna turn out to be him, and I cannot wait for this clash between Mello and Trick to happen.
Absolutely.
And
Mello calls his Trick the title at New Year's Evil.
I agree. And then they have their three match set off, and the blow off one is going to be at Stand and Deliver at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yo,
and you could tell tonight, Mello was never attacked.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the doctor said, "Oh, you're fine. You're good to go. You're medically cleared," he looked at him like, "What?" Like, so I am looking forward to seeing how this plays out over the next couple of weeks before we get to New Year's Evil, because it's just going to add layers upon layers upon layers going on.
Yeah. NXT has a couple good storylines consistently going, and they're consistently adding to them every week.
I still think this Trick versus Mello is going to be something huge. Like, I'm not saying it's going to exactly happen the way I'm going to say it, but Mello versus Trick could almost be the next Gargano versus Ciampa. Could be.
I don't know.
It's hard to compare them two because there were two different eras of NXT.
It's true, but like I don't know. Usually, a lot of some of the best feuds happen when it's with people that you're close friends with. I mean, like again, Ciampa, Gargano, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. I know that's like comparing WWE and NXT, but still, like a lot of them just happen to be when like opposing sides are best friends that are just locked in deadly combat. Oh no, we need Mystery Inc. to solve this. Oh, Heel Queen, you crazy for that one. You had a black.
Let's get into the actual show tonight. Started off with Cora Jade giving a promo. Does anyone else feel like her promos fall flat? Like she's just not.
Did anyone else feel like her outfit was stupid?
That's because she's trying to show off her new goods.
No, the pants. The shirt I didn't mind. The pants look stupid.
Oh, the jeans with the leather underneath? Yeah.
God, it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, like.
Ladies and gentlemen, buy a mirror before you leave your house, okay? That's just my thing for you.
I'm sure there's a lot in the back, too. And I don't know who okayed that to go out.
One of them. Tell you that much.
I liked how they intertwined everybody in that match in the opening promo to set up the match for later on.
Yeah.
You got to see Lyra come out first, then Blair, and then Nikita came back, and then they start rolling, and it was a good open. Good open. Be careful. Sean might get too excited over there, Phil.
It was a perfect open to set up for the main event and build it throughout the night with the backstage segments.
And then we had the Metaphor versus
Metaphor
Jensen and Henley.
That was a good match. That was a great match, and the way they ended it was very smart. It was a very smart ending, allowing Josh Briggs to get the pin.
He's the breakout star in that group.
He is.
I mean, you have one in Fallon Henley too.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this in our deadline review. Those two were the two ones that stood out for me in the Iron Survivor matches.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And you had a good match between them tonight. Everybody got to show a little bit. Tiffany came out, went after Fallon, but it looks like Fallon handled herself with her. They just went into the back and did that. So I liked how they did that.
Heel Queen, I don't think so. I don't think Metaphor should have won that one. It's honestly with Josh Briggs but with both Josh and Fallon coming out of something big as the Iron Survivor, like Scalz said, they were kind of the breakout stars of the Iron Survivor Challenge, and it proves that those two can hang with some of the favorites that are in NXT. So I'm completely behind Brooks, Jensen, and Henley winning that match, hands down.
And it also added to the fact that it's starting another storyline with him now wanting to go for the Heritage Cup.
Exactly. That Josh Briggs as the Heritage Cup champion. Oh man, that could be different.
And I'll say this: Metaphor is not hurt by this loss.
No.
Briggs and them needed this win more than Metaphor did.
Right.
So Metaphor, this is not going to hurt them at all. It's going to just add on to the stories that they're building, and then we'll see it come to fruition down the line. Because I could definitely see Briggs versus Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup at New Year's Evil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All we need to do is just hear less of that. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it's I, Noam Dar. Like, shut up. No one wants to hear your goofy ass voice.
He's actually pretty good on the mic. I enjoy him.
He is good. He is good. It's just his accent is so weird, knowing that he's half Scottish, half Israeli. It's like, how does that mix?
Next we
By
had
his
the
parents. That's how
Yeah.
it mixes, buddy. And the birds and the bees. We'll have that
Yeah.
conversation later, though.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're not.
Is
talking
he
about
old
that.
enough to have that conversation yet?
He might need a permission slip.
Shut up! Shut up, Scalz.
Might need parents of-
Then we had the Mellow backstage segment with the Doctor, which we touched on already a little bit, and then they announced the NXT Breakout Tournament participants. The ones that I wrote down that I felt would be standouts in the tournament was going to be Miles Bourne, Riley Osborne, and Obafemi.
Well-
Finney's the guy from Alabama, right?
Yeah,
I don't like him.
I didn't. Well, of course you don't, because he's from Alabama.
Yeah, he deserves to lose.
But when I picked this down, I didn't realize Oba and Miles Bourne were fighting each other in the first match. So that kind of eliminated.
They had a match on Level Up, I believe.
No, they fought tonight.
Oh shit! Okay.
They fought right after they
were
announced
first-
them.
The first announcements.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit. I must.
Did you do your homework? Did
I
you
must have-
watch NXT?
I
love
did.
that game, by the way, Shadow.
Shadow says NXT on Tap is brought to you by Power Wash
No, I
Simulator.
watched
Game is so fucking addicting.
It is what do you play it on? You have
Xbox.
PS5? You have Xbox?
It was in Game Pass, so I downloaded it and played it for like a month straight.
It was. That's when I bought Game Pass for the month, and I played it on my PC. And then because I had a free month of it, and then I didn't renew it.
Played
Now
Fuck
it was free on PlayStation, so I
Oh, is
downloaded it on PlayStation.
Lucky.
I like how they did this.
Yeah.
How after they announce it, they're showing them all off. Here comes Lexus King, and he takes out one of the guys.
He takes out Trey Bearhill.
That was going to be my pick, too. I was
I
like,
think-
this guy doesn't look like he's going to win shit.
No,
That's
exactly.
how-
Like it was like he looks like he was just there for the reason of what happened, and it was great because Lexus King needed to be in this breakout tournament.
Facts.
Yeah. Isn't it the winner get like a guaranteed title shot or something?
Yep.
Point or something? Yeah.
Yeah,
that would
that's what
almost
happened with
almost
Lola.
like-
That's what happened with Lola Vice. Lola Vice won the tournament. She now has a contract that guarantees her a championship match of her choosing.
There's
And
only one
it's,
title.
no, it doesn't say that.
Oh, she can go for any title?
And that's what people are speculating right now is it allows her to
Oh.
go for any of the women's titles.
Oh, that throws a whole wrench in the thing then.
Yeah. I don't know if it actually says NXT Women's Championship on it or not, but people are speculating that there's a chance that she can cash it in for something else,
Oh.
which would be dumb because she'd lose immediately to Rhea or Io.
Whoever's standing tall.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they give her the Carlito treatment and give her a title her first night.
Like Paige,
Yeah. They've done crazier things.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Owens, Page, Santino.
That was still great. I remember seeing that. Like, who the hell is this guy coming into the ring from the stands?
Fuck.
What's your name? Santino Varela.
After that was a good match. Obafemi versus Miles Bourne. I was surprised that Miles even got any action in because Obafemi just looks like a beast.
Yeah. I was
Anything-
shocked though that that comparison, like that being a first match, was very.
I thought that would have been like the semifinals match to get into the
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had Dragon Lee come out and do an open challenge for his NXT North American Championship in honor of Wesley, who did the open challenges before. Dragon Lee came out, and we had Tyler Bate answer the call. And man, was this a match.
Fuck, I hope they run it back Friday.
This match was amazing.
It was. It was really good.
Dragon Lee is going to keep building this title up from where Wesley did to Dominic and now him. I'm excited to see what comes from this, especially if he keeps doing the open challenges week in, week out. Because they said we already have for next week one of the members of
No Quarter Combat Club.
That's the name of the thing?
The Quarterback Club?
No quarter combat club. So like basically no quarter basically means like no prisoners taken, or
Right. So one of those four will be facing Dragon Lee for it. I think it's going to be Damon Camp.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh man, not Damon.
That's who I think it's going to be. Unless they do it with Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak would be a close second for me.
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
How many members of them are there? There's 4 of them.
4.
Yeah.
You can write the next month of TV with all 4 of these guys. The next 4 open challenges could be a different member leading up to Drew Gulak going, y'all can't get the job done, I will, and he doesn't. But you could literally write the next 4 weeks of TV.
Yeah, you could literally have all 4 of them go like 1 week at a time and have each of them just go.
If they would have started that this week, it would have made sense, because then the 4th one would have been at New Year's Evil.
Yeah.
Yo.
But I could definitely see them doing that. That would actually be pretty cool.
I don't think Dragon Lee's dropping this until Wesley comes back.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be that far. Because Wesley's out.
How long is it going to take them? Like 8 to 12 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some crazier things.
We have seen crazier things, but with Dragon Lee being called up to the main roster.
Let them carry to both. Fuck it. Dominic did.
Dom just did. You're right.
It went from Raw, now it's on SmackDown. It's getting TV time.
Okay. We got to talk about the craziness that happened tonight in NXT.
Oh, boy.
This Dijak and Eddie Thorpe match. First off, where did Dijak get busted open?
I want to say it was when he got ran
Was it with the steel
stairs.
Was it the steel stairs?
I want to say it was the steel stairs, but like I feel like he hit the opposite side of his head instead. I don't know what happened where he started leaking.
And it definitely was not from what happened next in the ring, because he was already bleeding before that.
I don't know when he cut his fucking head open.
That was a pretty bad cut too. And then when he freaking just drove Eddie Thorpe into that ring corner.
That was brutal.
The clasp legit broke on the back end of it. I don't know if that was planned or whatnot, but how could they have planned that specific to happen that way and not have to worry about anything happening the rest of the night before that?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I think the way he did it, it might have unhooked it, and he just went with it at that point.
Yeah, like
I don't know if it unhooked it or if it actually, because it looked like it broke. Where at the
literally the whole turnbuckle got like from what I understood from what Vic was saying on the announcement, I think the turnbuckle came cleanly right off, and then he just grabbed it and he just started like whacking him with it. And I'm just like, dude, this ain't whack-a-mole.
I'm just really curious as to how it happened, because the way that it looked like on the bracket itself, like it looked like the bracket cracked.
Yeah.
But I did like what he did, where he actually took off the turnbuckle then and started beating him with it, because it's going to add another layer into this feud between the two of them.
Yes, it is.
But what was your guys' thoughts on this?
I wasn't expecting the turnbuckle to break.
I wanted an actual match. Like, Jesus.
Like, yeah. Come on, fam.
I wanted to see them beat the shit out of each other.
I don't know if it was planned or not, so it's like it's hard to know if this was the intent.
Well, if it wasn't the intent, they went fucking. They pulled it off amazingly.
Yeah.
And I still am curious as to how he busted his head open, because that was a pretty big gash.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just made my night with that show, though, because like that added that little intrigue, gave them a little bit different aspect of the show, something we really haven't seen lately with NXT. That almost gave it like a old black and gold feel, with something like that happening.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jay Bird, over on TikTok? How are we doing tonight?
What's going
on? Next we had the Chase U segment. Well, no, first we had. Oh no. Next was Chase U. That's right. Yep. And then Andre Chase is talking. He was asking him how they did at the bake sale last week. They made $66. How was the car wash? They made $245. And what's his name? I can't think. My went blank right now.
Scripps.
No, not yet. The other one. The one.
Hey, Sammy.
Hey, Sammy. How you doing tonight?
What up, Sammy?
The one that's actually in Chase U.
Oh, Duke Hudson?
Duke Hudson. He was like, well, that's a quarter of a quarter of a quarter of a quarter of what we need. It's like, he's like, not stop learning about the negativity. We need to figure out more ways to do this. They're talking about it. JC and Thea bring up the fact that Riley Osborne has a match. They want to go watch it. Chase lets them go. And then in comes Scripps with a metal briefcase and has a proposition for him.
I have a proposition I'd like to make.
Drugs.
It's what?
It's drugs.
It's drugs?
Like, Obi makes me a mule. Like, I want something like PG. Like, give me something like sketchy.
Pure uncut cocaine.
I'm just curious to see where it's going to go, because they keep adding little bit layers into this. And I'm curious as to, one, how he's actually going to pay off what he owes and who he owes it to.
Yeah.
And what they're going to make him do it. Because I really think that what he owes and that whole aspect of it is to the Don and the family. Because every time you see something, you're always seeing Angela in the background watching them.
I could see that.
And I feel like they're doing this to where she's standing there watching him so he doesn't slip up and say something.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that part. But then after that, we had the match with Riley Osborne and what was his name?
Riley Osborne and Keanu Carver.
This was a pretty quick match. You had some good aspects of it. The Chase U section was actually pretty decent. They were back lively. They weren't sulking tonight. So that was good to see that crowd area back instead of being kind of dead and empty.
Yo.
It looked like Riley Osborne was done for. And then all of a sudden he made this comeback and ended up getting the pin over him with a beautiful
shooting star press.
Dude.
Yo, Scalz.
I know. I saw just as I was talking about him, Jamie has to be like those little comments. Off-brand Evan Bourne. Yeah, except he didn't slip on the top rope like Evan Bourne did when he first went to AEW. So
Matt Sydal. No. Not Matt Sydal.
Same person. But yeah, I thought it was a great shooting star press into a good finish. Oh, Jamie said he was impressed.
I agree. I really liked it too. Like you could tell it was a very it's a common theme. You've got the guy that's more about brute strength and power, whereas you had Riley, who's more of the athletic. He's more of the athletic, quick, high flyer. There you go. I was impressed. Just as
what's in the water at the PC? These kids are something else. Yeah, these kids that are coming out. That's why they're going for athletes now. That's why they're doing these NIL contracts within WWE, because they want to have the pure athlete and then train them the WWE way, as opposed to bringing in indie wrestlers and having to retrain them on what WWE wants instead of the indie way.
They're bringing in actual college football players and like Roman Greek wrestlers, but they're also sprinkling that little bit of already know what they're doing talent, like with Brian Pillman and with Dragon Lee.
Yeah, and they're making those mean more.
Yeah.
Like they're making those guys, the ones that actually have the talent already, they're making them stand out above the other ones. And that's what you're going to have with Lexus King being in the breakout tournament. But this kid, like Jamie said, off-brand Evan Bourne. I mean, you really haven't seen a good shooting star press besides Evan Bourne, except for Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman has the best in the world.
And this kid's was pretty good tonight.
Yeah. Billy Kidman almost like glided through the air. Like,
yeah, his was like almost slow motion the way that he did it. I remember him from WCW.
Yeah.
So he won the match. After the match, you have JC and Thea in the background. Thea's a little love struck with him. She's trying to talk to him. She's stuttering her words, everything else.
No, Riz.
She was like, and then JC, after he leaves, JC comes over and she's like, well, how did I do? She goes, it could have been better.
And then, of course, you've got Kiana and Izzy walking in on the whole thing.
Which sets up a match for next week. Kiana and Izzy versus JC and Thea.
Yeah, what's crazy?
Tiffany's sister.
What?
Isn't that Tiffany Stratton's sister?
Is
they
it?
Look alike. I don't know. They look alike.
I don't know. You know what? I'm looking this up now.
Well, I know you said
it's the same gimmick. They might as well be sisters. It's a blonde girl that's prissy. I'm telling you, Scalz, they don't know how to. They can't come up with only other gimmicks.
Okay, so let me see. So Izzy Dame's real name is Frankie Streffling. Okay, cool.
I don't really know if they're sisters. Like, I was making fun of her gimmick.
I know you are.
Yeah, they're not sisters.
Yeah, but Phil's over here. I got to know if they are or not.
I don't know. Just fact check.
But yeah, that was a good segment. Set up the match for next week, and then we had the main event between Cora Jade, Blair Davenport, and Lyra Valkyria and Nikita Lyons. The woman got some time. Like, it was a good segment. Good match.
Yeah.
A little surprised with the outcome of the match. I did not think that's how it was going to go. But it set up a lot of storylines to be built for the future. And I think they did a good job with this match tonight.
They did.
Any thoughts on this match?
I don't know. I don't know why, but for some reason, I was saying that for some reason I actually had Cora Jade and Blair Davenport winning this one. I don't know how I predicted it, but I'm just like saying I don't know. Like I don't know. There was just something about it that made me say, why do I feel like Cora Jade's gonna pick help do something that's gonna end up with them winning the match, and then they won the match, and I'm like, oh shoot, got it right.
I think Cora Jade shouldn't have got the pin. If anyone was going to pin the champion, it should have been Blair.
Fair. That's true. That's fair.
If anyone was going to pin the champ tonight, it should have been Blair, and it should have been Nikita trying to break it up, trying to get her hands on Blair Davenport, not physically getting her hands on her.
Right.
If they would have switched positions, I think the match ending would have made more sense. It would have fed into more of the storyline going forward. Now you have Cora Jade, who can claim that she's pinned the NXT Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
So she has an
argument in the fight now. And you already have two other people in that fight. Now you're adding a third.
Well, who else? Tiffany?
No, I was going to go with the NXT breakout star because she's always going to be in the picture until she has, like, to me, she's always going to be in the picture somehow until that contract's been taken care of.
Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely could have seen it gone that way.
It was a well put together match.
Yeah, they all got time to shine. Cora Jade got a little work back in after being out for 4 months.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
I'm curious to see what goes on with Cora Jade. I hope her designer gets her glasses fixed next week.
No.
She doesn't come out looking like she's wearing a raincoat with shorts over them.
Hey, Nate, what's going on?
Nate!
Nikita Lyon looks strong for her first match back. Because, she's a boxing ninja.
Ninja.
Yo, like that what was it? That white robe she kind of came in with too. I'm like, whoa, okay.
She's a boxing ninja to me, which is I'm okay with it. But you made your champion look a little weak tonight, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, that was the one downfall with it. That's why I was surprised that they actually had them win, as opposed to I figured Nikita would get the pin. And I figured they would have it do it on Jade. But yeah. It's hard because
they got two returns.
You have Jade just being returned, and you have Blair Davenport, who just won the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have her take the pin. So, and you're not going to have the new girl take the returning girls take the pin. So it makes sense that the champ did. But it should have been just a little bit of a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe some sort of interference type that caused them to be. They did. They kind of did with the crazy girl.
What is her name again?
Tatum Paxley.
She's nuts.
I don't know what they've done with her in the past few weeks, but yeah, she's become a stalker.
Her and Joe Gacy are crazy.
Joe Gacy, that was pretty funny.
Joe Gacy just being behind that forklift is like, hey, two Joes.
He pops out of nowhere every week, too. He just shows up.
It's just like, oh, hey, it's Joe.
Like, I give him his props.
But, yeah, other than that, the match was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. And then we went into the main event segment. because it wasn't a match. The match already happened.
Yeah.
This is where Trick came out and got to talk about his victory at Deadline Win the Iron Survivor Challenge. He said he wasn't going to crack on his opponents because they all showed up. They were great. It was a good match, everything else. And then Ilya comes out.
Yeah.
Ilya actually
That's
said,
nice to the 9. Being a champion.
yeah. Ilya even told Trick, he even said, "Whoop that Trick." I'm like, oh shit.
And he got the crowd to say it. Showed up what Trick was. He gave him props for impressing him, improving himself since the last time they fought.
Really put Trick over.
He put Trick over in the promo. It was great. And then you have Mello come out.
He's not a very good actor.
With this fake ass limp.
Fake ass.
He's not a very good actor at all.
And to me, Mello coming out to start ruined this segment. Because I felt it was so good with Ilya and Trick, and Mello just was not needed for this.
I totally forgot Mello even because until he came out, I was like, well, maybe they're not even going to bring him out this week. And then he comes out during this segment. I'm thinking, that's fucking weird. You're taking the spot from Trick.
And that's the whole thing with Mello. His ego won't let him allow Trick to be the one that's in the spotlight. And I've said this for the last couple weeks now. It's becoming blatantly obvious how jealous Mello is of Trick and his success and how quick he got it.
Yeah.
And it's all going to come to fruition when he's going to cost Trick his championship match at New Year's Evil. And then we're going to have the greatest 4-month feud between those two. 3-month feud, because it'll be from January to April. And then we'll see Mello on the main roster. Anything you want to add about the last segment, Phil?
About the last segment, it was just so interesting how Mello was really trying to convince everybody that for some reason Ilya is the guy that was the attacker, and yet the sound of shock in Ilya's voice was just so crazy. It's just like, what? I'm just like, wow. It's like, wow, he Mello is really willing to go to the lowest of lows just to try to prove to Trick that I'm not the bad guy in this situation. Look at who has everything to gain and nothing to lose from somebody facing him at New Year's Evil. It's Ilya, and he's just like, dude, you're out of your mind.
What would Ilya gain from taking them both out?
Not
Nothing.
A damn thing.
Not
right.
Because Ilya is a fucking firehouse champion. His matches, it doesn't matter if they're on pay-per-view, if they're on a Tuesday night, that he just sells it so well. He's such a damn good champion.
And I'm glad we're getting to witness his run.
Oh, yeah. He had a great run. I watched NXT UK when he was the champion. And I think he's on a better run. This so far, this short run is a better run than when he held the NXT UK championship.
Yeah, I didn't watch that too much because it was on Thursdays afternoon and I was working and I never went back and watched it.
He had a damn good run, but He did let go of the title tonight, so I'm not saying he's not fully in the clear.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Mello trying to grab the title from him. You're letting it go, and Mello clocking Trick Williams with it.
Makes Mello look a little. It makes Dragunov look a little suspicious.
Very sketchy.
But what about when Ilya was reaching down to grab Trick up, and then he moved his hand and focused more on Ilya and left Trick laying on the ground?
Yeah.
Because Trick went to reach for him, and Mello took his hand away. And he was focused on Ilya. So you can see, Trick's starting to see that Mello's only focused on on a championship. He doesn't care about him. All these little clues that they're doing. It's so good.
It's very. I like it. I like these little tad bits they put into it that really shows the detail and storytelling. And Shawn Michaels is amazing at it.
But is there anything else we want to touch on tonight before we head on out?
No, but I am going Lexus King to win the whole breakout tournament.
I think the final is going to be Lexus King versus Obafemi.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
I could definitely see that.
Because Lexus King is on the same side as Riley Osborne.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the semifinals to get to the finals.
Oh, that's going to be a damn good match too.
That'll be the because it's what, 4 on each side.
Yeah, 4 on each side.
So you're going to have the 2 other matches next week, and then the week after that, you'll have the other 2 matches, and you'll have the final at New Year's Evil.
Yeah. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to touch on.
Sure.
Fightful tweeted it out a little bit ago, and I want to give my condolences to Jade Carhill. Her mother just passed away.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what happened again, Jax?
Jade Carhill's mother has passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Goddamn.
So I just want to give my condolences to her.
Yeah, definitely. All of our condolences from here at off the top, sending out to Jade. That's tough. That's horrible. I'll have to.
That's tough.
You said it was it was from Fightful itself.
It was. I'm trying to refine the actual. I was flipping through Twitter when we went on, and they it's going to take me forever to find it now that I've mentioned it. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Always happens that way.
It's on Twitter. So
all right, we'll have to find it. But man, that's rough if that's actually true.
Yeah.
And the guy who played the cop in Brooklyn Nine-Nine
and Homicide: Life on the Street, Andre Brauger.
Yeah,
that's sad.
He was good.
I grew up watching him. Homicide: Life on the Street was one of my favorite shows as a kid. That was one thing we always looked forward to.
I also heard that what was his name? He was on he was a Titans player who was on TNA. Was Frank
Kyle, what's his name? I forget what his name was.
He was like Wild Chick or something.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
I think he was only 51. That was rough.
Yeah, I saw the match he was in. It was like at TNA. He teamed up with freaking Jerry Lynn.
Wrestling News has reported it. E-Wrestling News, Jade Carhill's mother's passed away. I'll put the link in the private.
I'll have to look into that. Because it's only being reported by them right now. I don't see anything anywhere else. So we'll look into it. But if it is
That's
true,
cool.
our condolences go out to her.
Wrestle Talk covered it also.
Okay. But all right. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
No, I think we touched on everything tonight.
All right, Phil. Where can we find you?
Alrighty then. So, if you all definitely enjoyed NXT and you definitely enjoyed watching this beautiful face talk about NXT, well, you're in luck because I'm available all over the social medias. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, or X. Elon Musk, come up with a fucking name already. Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitch under the name that you see right down here for the future. You can catch me occasionally on Thursdays at Rivet City Radio for the Boss Bitch Trivia Hour. And of course, I'm always right here with my guys at NXT on tap.
Jax?
Oh, I'm everywhere and I'm anywhere and everywhere. You can find me here every Tuesday for NXT on tap. And after the first of the year, coming back strong with Sorry for the Interruption. Find me every Sunday and Tuesday on Rivet City Radio for Botch and Chair Shots and Nerdy News at 420. Anywhere else you want to get some information about me, just check me out on Twitter at Jaxbo2020.
I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top on both Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. On Thursday at, I believe it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rivet City Radio, you have Boss Bitch Trivia. Following that, 10 p.m. right back here on Off the Top Media, you have another career retrospective. This one's going to be on the Man of Three Faces, Mick Foley. And then Friday night, FNR, Friday Night Review, back here on Off the Top. And then on Saturday, normally on Saturdays, but we're doing them, I think we're going to be doing them going forward on Sundays, Ringside Chatter. Hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you all soon.
Later.